They say every flag has a story, but ours was born in fire. I remember the first time I really looked at the Haitian flag. Not just saw it, but felt it. Blue and red, stitched together like a scar. I didn't know why it made my chest tight. But my grandmother did. She called me over one day. Old hands, tired eyes, voice like a song hardened by struggle. "You see this flag?" she said. "It wasn't just made, it was taken." And that's when I learned the story. May 18th, 1803, Arcahai, Haiti. The revolution had already been burning for years. Enslaved Africans had risen up against the French, refusing to be property, refusing to bow. And that day, under a scorching sun, the leader Jean-Jacques Dessalines did something no colonizer expected. He took the French tricolour, blue, white, red, and ripped out the white. Not just a stripe, he tore out white supremacy. He tore out the lie that said Africans couldn't be free. Then, with Catherine Flon, his goddaughter and a skilled seamstress, they stitched what remained, blue and red. Blue for the black Africans, red for the mixed-race Haitians. Two peoples, one fight, liberty or death. That flag wasn't just sewn, it was a declaration, a prophecy, a promise to the ancestors who had been chained, whipped, burned, and buried nameless. We will be free. And they did it. In 1804, Haiti became the first black republic, the first nation born of a successful slave revolt, the first country to make the colonizers tremble. That flag waved not just over victory, but over vengeance, over justice, over blood and breath and broken chains. But freedom is never free for long. Years passed, empires retaliated, the world punished Haiti for daring to be free, crippling debt, foreign invasions, puppet rulers. They tried to erase us, paint us as poor, broken, violent. But through it all, the flag stayed, and it still flies. I see it at protests, in the hands of Haitians marching for dignity, screaming, "Nous pas bailler les jeunes," we won't back down. I see it draped over coffins of freedom fighters, over children at carnival, over mothers praying for change. It's more than fabric. It's the heartbeat of a people who were never supposed to survive, but did. So no, our flag is not just a symbol, it's a wound, a flame. A reminder that when the world tells you to stay in chains, you tear the chain, you tear the flag, and you make a new one. One with your truth, one with your blood, one with your freedom. That's the Haitian flag, and that's why I carry it, always. You ever stare at a flag long enough to hear it speak? Because I have. The Haitian flag doesn't wave. It weeps, roars, sings. It carries the voices of the enslaved, the warriors, the dreamers, the betrayed. When Jean-Jacques Dessalines tore the white from the French flag in 1803, he wasn't just making a political statement. He was erasing the lie that white supremacy was eternal. He was tearing away the silence that had buried African ancestors under sugarcane fields and broken necks. Catherine Flon stitched the red and blue together, not in some quiet sewing room, but in the middle of a revolution where every needle pull felt like a heartbeat. Blue for unity among black Africans, red for the shared blood of all who fought. And that day, May 18th, became Flag Day. But here's the part most people forget. Freedom didn't mean peace. The moment Haiti declared independence in 1804, the world turned its back. France demanded reparations for losing their property. Haiti had to pay the equivalent of billions of dollars just to be recognized. Can you imagine? The descendants of slaves forced to pay their slave masters for the crime of being free. That flag, it flew, but it flew over a nation in chains again, chains of debt, chains of isolation, chains of betrayal, and still it flew. The flag saw leaders rise and fall. Some sold us out. Others tried to lift us. The flag flew under Henri Christophe's kingdom in the north. It flew through civil wars. It flew when the Americans invaded us in 1915 and occupied Haiti for 19 years, claiming to bring order but only tightening control. They made our people build roads with their bare hands. They disrespected our voodoo. They rewrote our constitution. But the flag never surrendered. I think of my grandfather, who fought against Duvalier's Tonton Macoute. He told me he used to hide leaflets under his shirt. pages calling for liberty, justice, elections. He said every time he ran, every time he feared for his life, he imagined the flag behind him pushing him forward. And now I carry it. I carry it when I march with other Haitians in the diaspora. I carry it when I speak Creole to my son and teach him that Neg Marwan is not a myth. It's our legacy. I carry it when I see the media reduce my people to poverty, never speaking of our pride, our poets, our revolution that made the world tremble. I carried it during the earthquake, January 12, 2010. When the earth split and Port-au-Prince fell into dust and screams, I saw that flag again, not on a pole, but wrapped around the shoulders of men digging through rubble to save strangers. It hung in churches turned into shelters. It flew above funerals. It reminded us we've been through worse. We rise again, and now I see the flag waving at protests, at the canal in Wanamintha, where Haitian farmers say enough to Dominican exploitation, in front of embassies where our people demand an end to corruption, on the backs of young Haitians who say, we are not ashamed. Even in exile, even under pressure, even as gang violence strangles our homeland, we raise the flag, because it's not just a symbol, it's a mirror of our suffering. It's a banner of our defiance. It's the cloth of our resilience. Some see rags, I see revolution. Some say Haiti is cursed, I say Haiti is tired but unbroken. Some say the flag is just color. But to me, the flag is blood. The flag is in the sky. The flag is Haiti's heartbeat. And every May 18th, we don't just celebrate a flag, we celebrate the fire that stitched it, the hands that bled for it, the people who still believe in it. We are not done, we are not weak. We are Haitians. And our flag, Li Pap Jam Desan. You know what they don't tell you? The revolution never ended. It just changed shape. It's not Dessalines on horseback anymore. It's not Catherine Flon with needle and thread. It's the kid in Port-au-Prince with a slingshot and nothing to lose. It's the woman in Cap Haitien blocking the road, screaming, "Nous bouquet mouri grangou." It's the student in the diaspora writing essays that pierce the lies told about our homeland. And every time, the flag is there, waving in the smoke, clenched in fists, drenched in sweat. Tattooed on skin, it's the symbol that refuses to bow. But that flag, our flag, is not safe from betrayal. We've had leaders who wrap themselves in it just to steal in its name. We've had politicians who stand in front of it while they sell us out to the highest bidder. We've had foreign powers who pretend to be our friends, but only when they can profit from our suffering. The flag is sacred, yes, but it's also been used, abused, bought, and bloodied. Still, it flies. Because the real power of the Haitian flag doesn't live in government offices. It lives in the streets. In Jacmel, where artists sew it into handmade banners and throw color into the sky every carnival. In Gonaves, where the people whisper Dessalines' name and remind themselves, we once burned an empire down, in the hands of migrants crossing borders with nothing but hope and memory. The flag is memory. It remembers Bois Caiman. It remembers 1804. It remembers when the world called us the Black Jacobins and feared our freedom. But it also remembers the silence, the embargoes, the times no one came when we were dying. And that's why today, our generation must carry it differently. Not just as pride, but as purpose. Because now the flag is not just a reminder of what we did, it's a challenge. What will we do now? Will we continue to let corruption rot the soil our ancestors bled for? Will we let foreign banks own our land through debt? Will we let imperial powers decide who leads us, who eats, who lives? Or will we rise again? I believe we will. Because every time I see a young Haitian child recite the words, "L'union fait la force," unity makes strength, I feel it. I feel Dessalines walking with us. I feel Catherine Flon sowing in the wind. I feel the ancestors standing behind us, whispering, "Pas oublier," don't forget. Don't you ever forget. So we carry the flag not just in our hands, but in our hearts. We carry it when we protest, we carry it when we plant, we carry it when we teach our children the truth they won't find in textbooks. The flag is not finished. It still has work to do. It still has wars to fight, Not with bullets, but with knowledge. Not with chains, but with courage. Not with silence, but with voices. Loud, defiant, Haitian. So let the world watch. Let them see this blue and red flying high in places they never expected. In refugee camps, in college halls, in presidential debates, in the minds of dreamers who refuse to die quietly. Because we are not done, we are not defeated. We are the sons and daughters of revolution, and our flag still fights. You thought the revolution was a moment? Number, the revolution is a river, and now that river has a name. Canal La, the Canal of Ouanamintha. You see, they thought we forgot. They thought Haiti was so tired, so broken, so hungry, we'd never rise again. But something happened. In the north, near the border with the Dominican Republic, where the land is dry and the people are poorer than poor, farmers decided they were done begging, done asking for water, done depending on another country that treats them like dogs, done with being told what they can grow, what they can drink, what they can dream. So they picked up shovels. No government help, no foreign aid, just hands, sweat and unity. They said, Canal la Pap Canpe. This canal will not stop. And just like that, the flag returned to the front lines. It wasn't hanging in some government office. It was tied to the backs of youth digging dirt in the sun. It was flying over bulldozers that looked more like broken tractors. It was painted on the walls, on the shirts, on the hearts of people who remembered. We freed ourselves once. We can do it again. Dominican soldiers came. President Abinada sent threats, troops, helicopters. He closed the border, thinking hunger would make Haitians kneel. But they forgot who we are. We are the children of revolution. We don't beg. We resist. And from Miami to Montreal, from Paris to Port-de-Paix, Haitians in the diaspora sent money, supplies, prayers. The flag became a bridge, not just across land, but across time. 1803 met 2023. Catherine Flon met the girl on TikTok raising money for her people. Dessalines met the youth leading protests with megaphones, calling out corrupt leaders by name. And still, the flag flies. It flew when the people called out Ariel Henry, a prime minister with no vote, no soul, no love for the soil. It flew when gangs tried to silence the people, and the people said, "No pape." We're not afraid of you. It flew when the youth blocked the roads, not to cause chaos, but to demand dignity. Because this generation, they are not waiting. They're done with waiting for foreign saviors. Done with waiting for UN missions that do nothing. Done with politicians who steal and smile. They want electricity. They want land reform. They want education. They want clean water, their own water, from their own canal, and the flag is their witness. It flutters not just in the wind, but in memory. It remembers every betrayal. It remembers the debt we paid to France. It remembers the earthquake, the cholera, the assassinations. But it also remembers resistance. Bois Caiman, 1804, Charlemagne Peralte, marches, rallies, the spirit of Nupap Domi. And now the flag is more than cloth. It's a signal, a warning to those who want to sell Haiti piece by piece. The fire is back. In the end, the Haitian flag is not just a symbol. It is a mirror, a reflection of every hand that carried water, every mouth that spoke truth, every back that broke but didn't bend. It is not stitched with cloth alone. It is stitched with grief, pride, sacrifice, and soul. When Dessalines tore the white from the flag, he wasn't just rejecting France, he was rejecting slavery, silence, submission. He was saying, we will no longer be defined by what was done to us, we will define ourselves. And for over 200 years, Haitians have tried to hold on to that definition, even as the world tried to rewrite it. But now the people are remembering that the red is not just blood, it is family, scattered across oceans, still connected. That the blue is not just unity, it is the sky over every mountain, every protest, every prayer. And that the white that was removed, it never disappeared. It became the spirit of independence, the blank canvas upon which Haitians write their own story. So what is the future of Haiti? It won't be decided by foreign powers. It won't come from empty speeches or fake promises. It will come from the people who raise the flag, not just in the streets, but in their hearts, teachers who stay, farmers who replant, mothers who never stop fighting, children who dream in Creole, youth who say, Nous c'est petit Dessalines. The revolution is not over. It has just taken a new form, and now the flag no longer waves because of wind. It rises because the people lift it. Because every Haitian who dares to believe in tomorrow, who dares to build, to love, to stay, is the flag. And the flag is Haiti.